People who work in customer service complain about the people who come in all the time. Here's some erroneous things people believe about their IT departments, help desk, and other customer service providers. All of these things are erroneous. Let's talk about why. Number one, the response ETA says 3 to 5 business days. It's Monday at 5:45 a.m. and I enter my ticket Friday at 9 p.m. They're just ignoring me. We don't work 24/7. The reason we set priorities and have response times is so we can prioritize your issue, so we can get to the issues that are a priority first. Your issue might be very important to you, but the reason we prioritize things is to make sure that those people with higher priority issues, the ones who are actually dead in the water, get help before you who have that minor annoyance kind of bothering you. When we are providing an estimated time of resolution or an estimated response time, typically we're talking in business days. Most organizations are going to be 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you do submit a ticket after hours on a Friday, Monday, that still hasn't been a full day. Over a weekend, we may receive hundreds of emails or requests, and we need to go through those in order that they're submitted. If you have an urgent issue, call when we're open. That's what the phone lines are for. Number two, they're called the help desk. They're there to serve me whenever I need it. Your IT department is not all the help desk. The help desk is the help desk. Every single person in the IT department is not there to serve you whenever you need it. Number three, if I tell one of them, I tell all of them. I have been in organizations where someone has pulled aside a network admin and started telling them that their computer runs really slow, and they pulled them aside in the lunchroom. 2 weeks later, they called the help desk and they complained because I told you people my computer was slow 2 weeks ago and you did nothing about it. You didn't tell us. You told a network admin. He has nothing to do with the service desk. He has nothing to do with the help desk. That person's responsibility is not to come and relay to us what you told them. We don't share a group mind. Everything has to go in through the help desk. They are the single point of contact. You can't tell someone who's in a different place and assume that the entire IT organization now knows what your issue is. Number four, I know that process is there, but that's not for me. That's for everyone else. Processes are put in place to speed us up and to help you faster, not to slow you down. Processes are also in place to protect us and to protect you and to protect the organization. If you don't have access to a system or a software that you need, typically your manager has to request that. There may be license implications. Our company might get fined or have restrictions placed against us or potentially even sued if we go outside of those licensing restrictions that we've made with another company. Having your manager request it to say, yes, they need this for this reason, make sure that software and those licenses are only going to people who actually need it. If you need access to a secure file server, if we just handed it to everyone who asked and didn't document it, and then we were to get audited, and we have information, potentially PHI, HIPAA protected information, PCI, credit cards, if we weren't able to show the auditors this is who requested it and this is why, then our organization can get in a lot of trouble. Processes are in place to help you. You go through the help desk first so we can prioritize the issue and we can get you help as quickly as possible. And if the help desk can't help you, we can get your issue to someone who can. The help desk is enabled to solve 90 to 99% of the issues you're going to have at your organization. They might not be able to solve everything, but they are enabled to know what they can solve and what they can't solve to know who can solve your specific issue. They are all lazy and sit around doing nothing but playing video games and watching YouTube all day. IT departments are typically overworked because we're reactive, especially the help desk. We are reactive. 150 calls, sometimes 1,000 calls. You don't know how busy the IT organization is on any given day. So for you to call and say, why aren't you dropping everything and helping me? That can be really insulting. If you were at your job, sitting at your desk, and someone walked in and said, you need to stop everything you're doing to help me, help desk workers may be helping 6, 7, 8 other people at the same time. Just because they're not helping you at that moment or they can't drop everything and leave their desk doesn't mean they don't care about you. It also doesn't mean they're not doing anything. In fact, most of my people are busy every moment of every day. People in the IT departments that I've worked with and I've known have needed to schedule times to step away. They tend to care so much about people that they don't let themselves step away. I want to make sure that I'm there and available to all my employees and all the potential customers that might be calling in. They're incompetent and don't actually know how to do anything. You're calling us because you don't know how something works. You're calling us for help. Your help desk is enabled to answer. If you called in with that 1% of an issue that we don't know, doesn't make them incompetent. Now you've called the right person, and we can enter a ticket and we can get it to the department or the person or the people who are enabled to answer that question. But you still have to go through us so we can put it to the right people. We are the ones who need to make sure that they get to the right place. And those departments, that network admin is counting on us to only send things that we have vetted and know that are his problem. If you go straight to him and it's not his problem, then you're wasting his time. You're wasting the organization's time. If that was something that one of my help desk workers could have taken care of, we could have probably had you up and running in 5 minutes. You're taking someone of a higher level away from a project to fix a very simple issue that they might not even know anything about. Anyone can do their job. Good workers can do our job. Yes, absolutely anyone can do our job. In fact, if you would teach yourself how to Google better, you probably don't have to call the IT department much. A lot of what we do is common sense, and a lot of what we do is learning from those around us. There's also a lot of knowledge we gain by working through things. You call in and say, this is your error message. Chances are, I've seen it, one of my agents have seen it, someone that we work with has seen it, and we are going to ask each other to see what does this mean and find the answer. They don't know how to do their job. I could do their job better. Sometimes it's just knowing what to Google and what to search. It's knowing who to ask to find the solution, or it's something we've seen before and we're making these connections. I have solved issues that have gone on for months in an organization because I finally saw all the strings come together and I solved a complete year's worth of problems for the organization and solved it going forward. We were just putting band-aids on these as they popped up. I started connecting all the pieces and I realized this is tied to the same issue, and we solved it going forward. That didn't mean we weren't trying to find the root cause of the issue that whole time. It took us a little longer to find it than we wished. The people who have higher titles must know more technical information and must be able to solve my issue faster and have more time to give me. Nope, they can't. You should always go through the help desk because the help desk knows where to send your issue. Maybe it will go to someone who has a higher title. You don't want to start with the people at the top and go to the bottom. You start with the triage unit so they can triage it to the proper source. You're not going to walk into surgery and say, I need surgery. You're going to go into the ER, let them diagnose you and triage you and prioritize you and put you in the right room so you get the right surgeon. If you need to have your appendix removed and you walk into the open heart surgery room, you're going to be in trouble. You trust those people to diagnose you, to figure out what's going on with you, and to get you to the person who's the expert who can help you. They have my name and number down and they dread when I call. Sorry, I don't remember you. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard this. I bet you're so sick of hearing me, or I bet you all talk about me. No, we don't. Usually the people who say, I bet you hate hearing from me and you're just so sick of seeing my name come up, usually those people are some of my favorite customers because they understand they're calling a lot. You're probably not, and I don't cringe when you call. You understand that you're calling us with issues. Maybe you have a ton of problems. That's okay. We want to help you solve those problems. They all talk and laugh about us after they hang up the phone. Most of the conversations we have after you hang up the phone have to do with your issue. I had this person with this issue and this and this and this, and I was able to solve it like this. Oh, that's really good to know. Thank you for letting me know that you had that issue and how to solve it. Now, if I get a caller with that issue, I know how to solve it. They're usually not going to hang up the phone and complain about you, especially if you don't give them something to complain about. If you call and you're caustic or abusive, they will hang up the phone and talk about you because I expect my agents to come tell me when someone calls who's abusive to them. These IT people have no computer problems of their own. That's why they can't empathize with me. All the small issues you have that you have to call into the help desk to get fixed, I know how to fix all those. Those are no problem for me. So the issues I have are the big ones that no one knows how to fix. The ones that I have to search forums for hours or days trying to find a solution. I have to talk to every single IT person I know to try to find a solution. I have had some of the worst technology issues of anyone I know. I have a love-hate relationship with technology. I love it, it hates me. We feel this way too. We just know where to get started to look for the solution. That's the main difference between us and you. Trust your IT guys. Don't assume the worst about us. We don't assume the worst about you, and help us out. If there's a process, follow it. If there's a procedure, follow it. That goes a long way to making sure you get your help up front quickly from the right people. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.